Hi Floss Tube, I'm Bonnie Claire and this is my channel Stitched Lit, and this is all about cross stitch. This episode's only about cross stitch. Well, I do have a pillow that's not cross stitch, but you know, it's crafty. That's what we're doing. I have been wanting to do this. It's been a while. We've been sick and everything. I don't know. It's just like I keep on thinking, oh, I'm gonna do it now, and then school's out or someone's sick or whatever. So that's my explanation for why when I want 1 month to go by, 2 months go by before I can film. But if you have little kids, I think you probably get it. Those of you who somehow get away and film regular updates when you have young children, I don't know how you do it, but good for you. And yeah, that's just my crazy life right now. So I wanted to show you all my like Halloween finishes from the past. Since I did just kind of hit reboot for this whole channel, when I finish these things in real time, let me start that sentence over. Like the videos that kind of showed like when I finished them in real time. So like I finished in 2019, whatever, those aren't up anymore. And so I just thought I'd go through and show all my past Halloween finishes. And I gotta get this in before Halloween tomorrow. Happy October 30th. So let's just do that. First I'll show my fall-ish, October-ish finishes. I have to say, some of these I'm a little self-conscious. I do my own finishing, and when they're around my house, I'm perfectly happy and satisfied with them, but then when I show them on here, I do feel a little self-conscious because I know some are better than others. And some of you are professionals out there. So I just have to say that because this one is one of them. Okay. This is October from Heart in Hand. It's a Square Dance monthly series, and I love the backing fabric. This is a Rifle Paper Company fabric. So I mounted this onto this, and then I have this tissue box cover. I think I've shown it on here before, and it looks like a house, and the tissues come out of the chimney, so it looks like smoke coming out of the chimney. So this is what that goes on, and I have most of the months done, but not all of them, so I switch them out. So that's my October thing. And then this one is out all the time, but it feels like it fits a little better in the fall. This is called Watercolor Cats by Sekas & Company. And I did this back when I still was stitching on Aida. And now I love linen, so I'm gonna do it again probably on linen. But I like this. The linen one will probably be mini because I do prefer like 40 and 46 count linen. So this is gonna be like this size when I've done it. But isn't it so cute? These little kitty cats. And this is the fabric that I put on the back. So I just made this pillow. And now Halloween. This is what I meant when it's not all cross stitch. This was in a sewing class. I learned how to make a mummy pillow. I don't think I've shown this on here. If it is, whatever. Here it is again this year. Still surviving, even though lots of children love it. And then this is a cross stitch one I did. So my cross stitch channel anniversary is usually in the fall. I don't know the exact date because I don't have the video anymore of my very first one. Not like with the timestamp and whatnot. And so it was fall 2018. That's all I know. So we're looking at what, 6 years? But I feel like I can't really say I've been doing this. I don't know. I've done this for 6 years, but the proof is not out there anymore because we rebooted this whole thing. But anyway, so 2018 is when I started this because I remember showing this in the first year. I designed this. I do have an Etsy shop. I usually try to link it in the description, but I will say, like, I just don't have really the mental energy to design, so there hasn't been anything new up there in a long time. but it's still there because it's just digital downloads. So if you ever want to go download something, it still exists. It's just not getting updated. So I designed this, yeah, in 2018. Dead end. I was kind of trying to do something. I love the Goosebumps books, so kind of like what they do with the dripping font. And then I have this little gravestone and some dead flowers. And then on the back, stripes. So this comes out every year. And lately, I don't know, there's been like a little bit of a creative block in some parts of my life and not others. And cross-stitch design is just one of those that's just totally blocked right now, where I'm like, I don't even have ideas. So I look at those and I'm like, that was like a nice idea. Okay, so some other Halloween finishes. Some of these I want to redo. Like this one, I used to have something around it. You can kind of still see the glue. And I think I have some black pom-poms that I got that I'll put around it. So I had painted this like gravestone-y thing in black and sparkly color. Sparkly silver. And then this was from the Just Cross Stitch magazine, probably 2019's, but I don't remember. And so I stitched it on this orange. And yeah, I need to kind of redo this finish, but I still think the picture itself is really cute. And then this one, I just felt like kind of fit with my life. Sorry for that interruption. I was saying this felt relatable as a mom of 4 boys, but they're the cutest little werewolves, so I can't complain. This was from a Just Cross Stitch Halloween magazine, probably 2019 too. And I had this orange fabric, and this in the actual chart I'm pretty sure was all filled in with like an orange background, and I was like, well, I could just stitch it on orange and not fill in anything, and I felt so smart. So it's just a little thing that hangs up at Halloween. And then I have this one. This one might be glary. So this is a Barbara Anna. Well, yeah, gotta kind of tilt it. Tilting. I think it's called Witch House. It's just so cute. So I love dollhouses, and I love charts that have any little like cut out, cut through, whatever it's called, for houses. I have this project I've been thinking about a lot lately. Did I say this is Barbara Anna? It is Barbara Anna Designs. And I have this dollhouse that my grandma and my aunt built. And it's kind of fallen apart over the years, but they gave it to me because I want to restore it. I have all these boys. I think some of them would actually have fun kind of playing with it, but obviously it's a little different. So I want to restore it and have it out, and I've just been thinking about that a lot lately. It's just gorgeous. So if I ever do that, I'll try to show when I do that, not if. I'll try to do a video and show you. But I just see like my boys like to pretend like this is the fortress, and so just things are slightly more destructive in their play. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, show me all the dollhouse cross stitch patterns. I want to do them. I just love like miniature worlds. So obviously, because we do tiny stitching, right? I feel like that's something a lot of stitchers are into. Okay, this one I need to redo. I used to have this displayed like, so right now it hangs like this on the wall. Kind of hangs up like this on this broom. I used to have the broom kind of down like this, but it's heavy. So this is what I'm going to redo. And I don't know exactly how. Like, it sits on here nicely on the wall. Yeah, kind of like that. Whoop, right in the middle. That's how it is now, but we'll see what I do. But this was Primitive Hair. Come in, my little pretties. I loved this one. This was 2019 also. I remember seeing it. I went to a retreat at Sassy Jack's Stitchery, And this is when I first saw that, so I bought it and stitched it that year. I think the retreat was in September, and I finished this by Halloween. I was just so into it. Love it. So it's probably my favorite Halloween piece, so I really do need to figure out how to redo that. And I do have to say, I'm so glad that Sassy Jacks is doing okay after the storm. I am a North Carolina resident, and fortunately we were not affected by the storm, but I won't get into all the stuff. People I really care about were. It would make me cry, so I can't talk about it. But I'm so glad to see Sassy Jacks is okay, Annabelle's is okay, but I know there's stitchers out there whose lives have been affected by these crazy storms we've had, but we've hardly had a drop of rain since. I think I've had like 2 days of rain, and I think in just a little farther west of us it's been similar, so that's been really good because cleanup is still happening out there. Anyway, so I was just, yeah, that just reminded me of that because Sassy Jacks. And actually I just was at Sassy Jacks in August. I brought my son Jack to Sassy Jacks. We were on our way back from Dollywood, and they were at a new location. I don't know how new it is, but definitely new from when I was there in 2019. So I wanted to stop by and see it, and so we did and got fabric. I think I showed what I got there in my last video. Okay, now the rest of my Halloween finishes are the Satsuma Street ornaments. So this one, these are all the past ones, and then I have 2 that I finished this year. I can't remember what any of them are called, but so this spider one, this one, there's a hair on this one, I'm trying to pick it off. Because these have been around for a little while. There's like fibers and stuff. This little bat. My son called this the dentist bat. I don't know why. He was like 3 or 4. So for a while, I think I made this one and this one for my oldest 2 sons, and they hung in their room. But now I've taken them back because they've grown out of it a little. So they're just part of our Halloween decorations now. I love this one. These are just so fun. So I do have a little display that we call the Halloween tree. I'm gonna have to get an actual like bigger tree thing for these because there's a lot more of them now. Okay, these are the 2 I finally fully finished this year. I think I stitched this last year, but I don't know. No, I didn't. I finished this year. I don't remember anything. Don't trust my brain. We just get by. But I did just fully finish it. So Haunted, what's it called? Hearse? Or maybe that's what I call it. I kind of give things their own name when I'm working on them. And this one, okay, this one I think I stitched last year and I fully finished this year. I just love the way she's done the sequins for the eyes with the bead. I think they're so cute. So those are all Satsuma Street. And speaking of Satsuma Street, I just finished something last night. So I'm a huge Satsuma Street fan, but a lot of the things I've kind of wanted to do, like to go in kids' rooms, and they're kind of growing up. So I'm like trying my finishes right now. I'm trying to finish things that I have thought I wanted to put in my kids' rooms because I want them to have it while they're little. So this is one. This is, I'll show you the picture. My baby got the paper. I just have this as a PDF and printed it. So it's a little smushed Voyage by Satsuma Street. And I did this on a gray. I love it on the black. That's how she has it on her model. And my sister stitched it on like an oatmeal color. And it looks so cool on all these different colors. So I have this gray. And I don't know the color because the one paper that was with it said 56 count something gray. And this is 40 count. So I don't know. But there it is. Is it showing? I need to peek. I love it so much. So that'll go in my boys' room, my younger boys. And some other finishes that I've done. Oh, I should have grabbed the companion piece to this. There's one called Wonderful Life. It says how wonderful life is now that you're in the world. So that was in my baby's room in like 2020 when I had him. And this one I thought would be a good companion piece for the baby that I now have. And it says, I love you to the moon and back and more than all the stars in the sky. For a while I was thinking of changing it a little, but I didn't. I just went with how it's charted. Oops. So, and I want to say this is 40 count. I can't remember the fabric. Can you see it all? There. And that's so cute. And I just did my initials. You can personalize it and put like your child's name and birth date, but I did it on the last one and thought I'd kind of keep these as generic baby. So there, because I do have other birth samplers. I showed you in the last one, I think, my finish of the birth sampler. So those are more of my baby pieces. Okay, so another thing I started and finished, that one wasn't a start and finish. The boat was, because I restarted it. It was on a different fabric. Anyway, but this one, let me get it out of the plastic. My phone, I don't want it to like give up on filming again. I need to clear space on there. So I'm feeling a little rushed. It's still very shiny. Autumn Harvest, this was an old Mill Hill kit I got on the site. Cross Stitch Stash, they have a lot of vintage stuff on there. I do like a good vintage chart, but I have some really good creative reuse centers, like craft thrift stores basically, where you can find a lot of good vintage charts. So that's kind of my go-to for finding vintage. Isn't this so cute? I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I'll probably turn it into a little ornament thing. I think it came with the kit to be a pin, but I don't even wear jewelry, so yeah, I'm not really a pin girl, we'll say, but I love it. And this is all stuff I was doing when I probably should have been working on the whip I said I wanted to finish. But I'll just show it real quick. This one. I'm so sick of this. I can't. I don't know if it's even... I probably did a little more water since I last showed it. Here's the thing with this. There's been so much put into it. It was like my first big project, and so I just want to finish it for just like that completion of like, yeah, I started this when I was like 10 or 11, and so I just think it'd be cool to have this project done and like out to show like, look, I started this when I was really little. But like, Precious Moments is not my thing at all. I thought it was cute back then, but I'm just struggling with finishing it because I don't even know where it's going to go in my house. So, and it's just water at this point, which they're half stitches, they're 10 stitches, so it's really easy, but I'm lagging, and there is still back stitching to do. So I love seeing all the people who are like, look, Bonnie, it's Precious Moments, and I'm like, as if I like love it. But I'm feeling a little sour right now, so don't tell me. Just kidding. It's fine. I love it. Thanks for thinking of me. That's actually really nice. Okay, and then so these are all the things I've been finishing when I should be stitching Precious Moments. Noah's Ark. Someone else finished theirs, and it was a very similar thing. She's like, I don't really like this at all, but I just wanted that sense of finish. And I can't remember who you are, but it's the same story, and it's really cool to see it done because it's humongous. Okay, but instead, I've been stitching things I actually really like and want to stitch right now. This is from that book. I was going to grab it, Cross Stitch in Wonderland, that I got. It's a Japanese book. So this is the little witch. I was going to display these this year, but obviously I didn't get around to it. And this one too, kid with their kitty dressed up as a cat. I just think these are so cute. And what else? This one, it's like a cat portrait. And in the chart, the background is about this color, but you stitch it in. But since I had this color fabric, I just thought I'd do it like this. Oh, that's so funny. I just love them. And I think I showed you the very beginning of this one last time. So it's this girl with all her cats on parade. They're so cute. Oh, I signed them all personalities, kind of like the 7 dwarves in Snow White. But I can't remember them all. Go to my Instagram, Stitched Lit, and that's where all the witty stuff is. Or sometimes, I don't know, my brain, it really is just like getting by. Most of my posts are just like, look, I finished. Look at this. Wow. Go me. Okay, this was one I designed. And I just didn't finish stitching the model. So I'm pretty sure I did this in 2020. I actually wrote, yeah, I wrote the year on here. So this one, when I first released it, it was like a secret stitch along. The thing is though, like I like to know exactly what things are going to look like before they're done. So I figure if I don't like surprises, then I'm not going to do that for you anymore. So, but this was supposed to be like an advent. So each of these motifs for the most part could be done in a day. And so I released a new one per day. And what also comes with this when you go download this chart is you can have like just this motif in a little wreath. So if you just want to stitch like a snowman and a wreath, each of them were released individually. So I think that's all together in the PDF when you download it. I should probably double check. So we have what? Stars, hot cocoa, Santa with the sleigh, and a cardinal, snowflakes. This house was modeled after my old house that I loved. It was this old farmhouse. And so I had to memorialize it. So it's just like supposed to be a very nostalgic thing, mostly my nostalgia. Okay, this is charted with a candle, but we had a wreath that I made for my boys with this broken dinosaur toy that they loved, and it broke, so I turned it into a dinosaur wreath. I think the wreath might now be gone, but that was fun for us that year, so there's my dino wreath. So stuff like that. Like, obviously, I encourage you to take things and personalize them. But there. So, I don't even remember what this is called, but if you go to my Etsy store, you'll see it there. I wanted to have this like framed before I showed it to you, but here we are, real life. It's a little messy. Do I have it together? Enough. Yes, enough. Okay, so those are all my finishes that I've been doing instead of working on Noah's Ark. Look how productive I am when I avoid things. And then I'll show you my last 2 whips. These were 2 Halloween ornaments that I thought I might finish, but then I got sidetracked by other things. So next year, you know. This one is the Raven Nevermore. Okay, so these, I showed this one. These are the little projects, since it kind of has everything with it and it's really easy. They're my stitch while kids are doing extracurricular activities projects. So they've moved slower, but that's it. Otherwise, it's just that dang Noah's Ark that I'll finish someday. I don't know what's really next for my plans. Going through and seeing what I wanted to have in children's rooms and need to finish before they grow up. That's what's next. So yeah, probably a lot more Satsuma Street in the future. I was going to make a list of everyone I've been watching and give you shout outs, but I forgot to do that. So I'm so sorry. But I watch a lot and I love it all. So shout out to all of you. You're welcome. Enjoy your Halloween if you celebrate. Otherwise, it's kind of general holiday period now, so happy holidays for the next few months. I'll see you whenever I do this again. Bye!